Hi there, this is garyryanblair. In today's message, we're going to talk about why the customer is king. But even more specifically, I want to provide you with a few ideas about increasing referrals, about building raving fans, and maximizing your profits. So let's get after it. Now, the date was September 13th, 1970. The paper, the New York Times, and the author was Milton Friedman. His message that day was the purpose of a business is to increase its profits and its shareholder value. Now, this was written over 50 years ago today, and this, to me, is probably one of the dumbest ideas in the world, which was presented by one of the most brilliant people in the world. So let me explain. See, the idea that the sole purpose of a business is to make money for its shareholders was the brainchild of economist Milton Friedman, as just mentioned. And as the leader of the Chicago School of Economics and the winner of the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1976, Milton Friedman has been described by The Economist as the most influential economist of the second half of the 20th century, and possibly all of it. Friedman's idea was meant to deliver a powerful message, and I mean a ferocious one. He said that any business executive who pursued a goal other than making money were unwitting puppets of the intellectual forces that have been undermining the basis of a free society, and that they were guilty of analytical looseness and lack of rigor. So let's see if we can unpack this. See, the theory that a business exists to increase its profits and to maximize shareholder value has had a monumental impact in the business world and in the world itself. Now, this doctrine continues to be taught by numerous business schools, and it's become a pervasive belief in the financial community and much of the business world itself. Making profit and increase shareholder value as the key priority has led to a dramatic rise in stock-based compensation, particularly among CEOs. Now, why is that, you might ask? Well, it's actually very, very simple. Because what gets measured gets rewarded. Now, this issue has led to a set of behaviors by many actors on a wide range of topics, from performance measurement and executive compensation to shareholder rights, the role of directors, and even corporate responsibility. As priority one, the profit motive has led to a series of fraudulent behaviors. I'm talking about gamings of systems, about price fixing, greed, and other forms of institutional corruption. And all of this is done at the expense of employees and customers. So what's the solution? Well, for every complex problem, there is an answer. And that answer is always simple, it's clear, and it's pure. And in the case of the purpose of a business, the answer is this. It is to create and to serve a customer. Now, it's common sense, obvious, transparent, isn't it? You take care of the ones who count most, the ones who pick up the tab. Now, you think that more people and companies would have gotten the message that the customer comes first and that profit is the result of satisfying your customers' needs. But sadly, organizations that put customers at the center of the action are truly rare indeed. The pain and suffering that many companies put their customers through is absolutely disgraceful. See, far too often customers are subjected to dispassionate employees, voicemail hell, and a begrudging attitude. This leaves them feeling underwhelmed, overpromised, underserved, and underappreciated, which leads to a complete absence of loyalty. And since the customer is the ultimate end user of a product or service, then it stands to reason that the customer is king and that a company and its employees are his or her servants. Now, this understanding calls for a genuine demonstration of gratitude and humility, as the better role that you perform as servant, the more loyalty that you garner in return. See, the truth is, no company can exist without happy, satisfied customers. It's happy customers that pay the mortgage, who put food on the table, and who help to put your kids through college. It's loyal customers that keep coming back, who spend more, and who become powerful advocates for your cause. It's enthusiastic customers that make your work fun, enjoyable, and purposeful. See, B2B means back to basics. It's a return to business fundamentals, where it's all about the customer. The purpose of a business is to create a customer and then to deliver sustained quality service that is benefit-oriented. Profitability will then follow, as profit is the naturally resultant financial measure of the value of service and a key service indicator. Now, I understand that business must be run at a profit or else it will soon become extinct. However, when anyone tries to run a business solely for profit, then the business must die, for it no longer has a purpose. There's absolutely no reason for its existence. This skewed philosophy may bring profits today, but it will lead to becoming a white elephant tomorrow. So here's a question for you. When you get beyond profitability and shareholder return, what is the ultimate value that a business and its people bring to the world? You see, a business is defined by the want the customer satisfies when they buy a product or service. And to satisfy the customer is the mission and the purpose of every business. To think otherwise is absolutely irrational. The only view that matters in this situation is the customer's. Therefore, we must all step back and look at our work from the point of view of our customers and from the market. You can only create lasting value for your business by creating value for your customers. And you can only do that by understanding what is it the customer themselves truly value. So think like a customer. Walk a mile in their shoes, and you'll see that friendliness, that quality, convenience, timeliness, respect, and gratitude, that they all count. Customer-centered leadership is the cornerstone of success. So here are 7 value creation strategies that will keep your customers coming back for life. Strategy number 1 is to adopt everything counts as your customer service maxim. Everything counts is a maxim that sends a powerful message. It means that you see every customer interaction as an opportunity to retain a valued customer, to increase your value proposition, to build loyalty, or to strengthen a brand. It means that everything in your business counts, from the friendly hello to the appreciative thank you, as well as every little paperclip and detail in between. Strategy number 2 is to place staff needs before customer needs. See, without the right staff and proper training in place to deliver great service, other plans and programs will not amount to a hill of beans. That is why customer-focused leaders always focus on putting their employees first. Take care of your staff and they will take care of your customers. Leadership must put staff first, and staff in turn will put the customers first. Strategy number 3 is to keep your promises and to honor every one of your commitments. If you make a promise to a customer, you have to keep it. If you make a commitment, you must honor it. The absence of this discipline is a stain on your company's reputation that is virtually impossible to remove. So take your promises and your customer commitments seriously, because they count, every single one of them. And nothing annoys customers and fuels their lack of loyalty more than being lied to. Strategy number 4 is to deliver quality and excellence. A commitment to quality and excellence produces client loyalty. Quality and excellence are never an accidental happening. They are the result of quality thinking and exceptional execution. Excellence itself creates confidence and enhances your customer's peace of mind. It functions as an insurance policy against mediocrity, and it's an assurance of profitability. Strategy number 5 is to focus on the customer experience. Making people feel good about themselves and your company makes it more conducive for them to spend their money. Customer-centered companies provide more than just quality and excellence, but they also provide a very rich experience. The total customer experience, the service, the quality, the design, the brand attributes, connects on an emotional level, which keeps customers satisfied and feeling well served, as well as very loyal. That loyalty can result in the capture of substantial lifetime revenue, and that is what we're all after. Strategy number 6 is to practice the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. So when we show kindness, respect, courtesy, and humility to another, the bridge is built. And if you follow the golden rule to its logical conclusion, you will have formed binding relations with your customers. And if more of us practice the golden rule as a consistent behavioral rule rather than the exception, there's no telling where such kindness might take each one of us. And finally, number 7 is to go the extra mile. An organization's ability to elicit staff behavior that goes above and beyond the call of duty is a key asset and a competitive weapon. One that is extremely difficult for your competitors to imitate and virtually impossible for anyone to ignore. This advantage is realized only when you stay ahead of your customers' expectations and their needs. Talking about focusing on the customer and doing it are two very different things. And the companies that put customers first win much more than loyalty. They win advocates. And as passionate advocates, customers drink the Kool-Aid and they freely recommend your company to friends, to neighbors and colleagues. They purchase your products and services as gifts, and they provide unsolicited praise or suggestions for improvement because they believe in you. The customer is king. Long live the customer. And my advice is real simple. Make every customer count.